Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, March 7th through Sunday, March 13th, 2022. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Messages from the Fairies deck. Just a reminder that we are into the month of March now. We're nearing the middle of March. So if you haven't already watched the monthly intuitive reading for the month of March, please be sure to go onto my YouTube channel and check that out, complete with astrological transits of significance for the month, the energy vibration of the month, messages from our angels and guides, and a special message card depending on your stone of choice for the whole entire month. So let's go ahead and start this week's weekly intuitive reading by looking at the the stones of choice. These are actually pendants of choice. These are some special intention pendants that I have created. And our first one here is abalone shell. Okay, so this is abalone shell wrapped in silver wire and Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, the number of the light worker and the visionary, and the number that brings balance and heightened connection to the psychic senses. It has infused into it the energies of Neptune, planet that brings a connection to the waters of the ocean for heightened creativity, fluidity, and imagination. Activation of the crown chakra, third eye chakra, and heart chakras for opening to higher awareness, increased intuition, and opening oneself to unconditional love, and the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael for protection and to clear away lower energies, as well as Archangel Raziel to tune into divine magic and alchemy. Okay, so that was a lot that was infused into that one. Let's take a look at our second stone of choice here. Second stone of choice, isn't that beautiful? It's Aqua Aura Quartz. So this beautiful, powerful Aqua Aura Quartz is wrapped in silver, Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 22, the number of spiritual power on all planes, and the energy of the master builder. The energies of Uranus, the planet of higher dimensional energies in connection to the God mind. Opening and balancing of the throat chakra, ear chakras, and crown chakras for speaking one's truth, increased clairaudience, and receiving higher information and messages from the angelic realm, and with Archangel Michael's energy of protection against psychic attack and energy drain, as well as leading one to the next step of their highest and most important destiny path. And your last stone of choice is this beautiful piece of selenite. So this high vibrational selenite is wrapped in silver wire and Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11. We got all master numbers this week. Number of the light worker, psychic insights and perceptions, and balanced leadership. The energies of the planet Uranus, ruler of change, redirection, and higher God mind energies. The fire element for passion, creativity, and fast-moving energies. And major arcana, the star card, is infused into this. Essence of making plans for the future and manifesting your dreams. That's what the star card is about. And then we have Archangel Michael's energy, the archangel that helps us to cut cords to the past and move forward to your higher destiny, as well as Archangel Raziel's energy, archangel of psychic abilities, divine magic, and alchemy, and all of those of the angelic realm. So we got some nice, beautiful, powerful stones this week. Again, we'll show you one more time here. We've got the abalone shell. We've got the Aqua Aura. And then we've got the selenite. Okay, so you can think about what stone there you would like, and we'll talk a little bit here about the astrological energies for this week. There's not a whole lot going on. Now, last week we had a new moon in Pisces. We had both Mars and Venus moving into the sign of Aquarius. This week there's only a couple of things, so it's a light week. But next week also we're going to have a full moon and the spring equinox where the sun moves into Aries. So you'll definitely want to come back for next week. But for this week, the couple of things we do have are this beautiful flowing, unconditional, loving Piscean energy, because we have on Wednesday the 9th, Mercury moving into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the planet of the mind, of the mental realm. And it rules our thoughts, our perceptions, our ideas, our mode of communication and interaction with other people. And it's been in Aquarius for a few weeks here. Now it's going to jump into Pisces. It's not going to be there too long. It's going to actually be in Pisces from March 9th until March 27th. So not even a full month here, about 3 weeks. And what that's going to do, because Mercury rules logic and analysis and the mind, and Pisces rules that flowing intuition and imagination and dreams and all of those things of the spiritual realm. So this is really going to spiritualize that energy of the mental body. This is going to increase our ability to imagine. This is going to increase our ability to do creative visualization. It's going to increase our clarity in dreams and our dream time, both our nighttime dreams and our waking dreams. It just has a nice go with the flow kind of energy. Now, it's not as grounded and focused when it comes to communication, or it's not as grounded and focused when it comes to implementing those plans and ideas that you might have. So you might have to work a little bit harder to do those kind of third dimensional things. But if you were doing creative writing, or if you were going to do meditation or some other spiritual practices, this is going to be a great placement for you. On Sunday, we skip all the way to Sunday the 13th for the next thing that's going on. We have the sun in Pisces connecting with Neptune in Pisces. So we're really in Pisces season here because Mercury just went into Pisces, the sun is in Pisces, Neptune is in Pisces. Actually, Jupiter is also in Pisces. But on Sunday, the sun comes together with Neptune. So the sun is our identity, it's our sense of self, it's our ego. When it's connecting with Neptune, we might be a little more confused or fuzzy on who it is we are and what it is we're doing. You know, that's just kind of the effects of Neptune. Neptune really spiritualizes, and Neptune, again, attunes us to the higher dimensional levels or a higher level within ourself, like with our higher soul self. But again, when it comes to working on the third dimensional plane of reality, the sun connecting with Neptune, no matter what sign it is in, but specifically when it's in Pisces, is going to be more of this dreamy, floaty, go with the flow, just kind of merge with all that is, and just trust and have faith that everything is unfolding the way it should be and in the timing that it should be. Another thing with all this Pisces energy going on right now is it's a completion phase within the zodiac, because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So we're going through healing and resolution and releasing and just a lot of kind of healing and completion that's going on. And whether the completion is in situations and circumstances, but that might not happen until we get to the next week or the week after that, because that's when our full moon is going to be coming up. But it could be the resolution and completion of certain patterns of energy within us, certain ideas or perceptions that we're holding on to, or old emotions that have been like crystallized in the cellular memory of our bodies is now being dissolved and gently and easily released. So let me run through, because we only had a couple of astrology pieces going on. On Monday, the moon is going to be in Taurus. Now, the moon in Taurus can be pretty stubborn, pretty fixed, and be focused on material matters like finances, for instance. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the moon is going to be in Gemini. So the moon is our emotions, but Gemini is about logic and information. So this is all about merging the heart with the mind. And on Wednesday, Thursday, depending on what part of the world you're in, late Wednesday or early Thursday, the moon in Gemini will be challenging Jupiter, Sun, and Neptune all in Pisces. So that time period might be a little bit difficult to handle when it comes to information or communication or understanding our own selves, our own emotions, our own mind. There might be things that are unclear or a little bit fuzzy and confusing. On Friday, Saturday, and into mid-Sunday, the moon is going to be in sensitive Cancer, her home sign. So this is going to highlight home and family matters. It's going to increase our intuitive and empathic abilities. We're going to be more into the realm of caretaking and maybe even the counseling sort of aspect of that. And then midday Sunday for the rest of this week, the moon will be in Leo. We'll dip into Leo mid-Sunday, and that's Eastern time for all of these. And so moon in Leo is wanting to be loved and appreciated and recognized, and it's generous and it's fun-loving, and it really connects with the inner child. So that gives you just a little bit more information for the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the messages from our angels and guides. So we turn over the first card here. Okay, so we have the Page of Water. Not surprising that we have a water card with all of the Pisces energy we have going on, right? So the Page of Water says intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. At the bottom it says a new person enters your life, a relationship begins, a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Well, definitely resonating with that last phrase of heightened psychic abilities. The page is the messenger. Usually there's messages and communication with the page. Because it's the water, right? It's the element of water here, which is like Page of Cups in the traditional tarot. This is also bringing in the intuitive and the emotional and the sensitive and the empathic, the psychic, the artistic, just like it says on the card here. So there might be messages of love. There might be intuitive psychic messages coming in from your angels and guides or other realms. You might have sensitive and emotionally based communications with other people. Your own thoughts and perceptions and ideas are just more on that spiritual plane of reality where you're using that inspiration and creativity and imagination of that water realm of that Pisces sign. So again, this sort of, is like Mercury moving into Pisces with the Page of Water here starting out. Let's see what the second card is. Okay, we have the Two of Water. So we have another water card. This is like the Two of Cups in the traditional tarot. And it says at the bottom, a relationship that continues to grow closer. And then it says forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. So I think I said the word resolution a little bit earlier. This is really suggesting that communication with friends or communication with loved ones, it could be family members or significant romantic relationships. It looks like that's going to be happening this week. The Two of Cups is about relationships, right? And, with that Page of Water being about sensitive and emotional communication or messages coming from other people. And then we have the Two of Cups, the Two of Water, talking about relationships. It does talk about forgiveness and resolution. And as I said, Pisces is the time period where we're releasing, letting go, purging, transmuting. We're bringing things to a conclusion. We're bringing resolution to old issues, either within yourself or with other people. And as it says here, we need to offer that forgiveness. Pisces rules unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. And so this is a time to forgive others. Wipe the slate clean if you can. And just kind of start over, start anew. Pretty soon we're going to be entering Aries energy with the spring equinox next week, and that's really when we'll be planting new seeds and initiating some new energy. But for right now, bring healing to the emotions, bring healing to your relationships. Okay, let's see what the last card says here. The last card Okay, the Ace of Water. Wow. So it's really an emotional, sensitive, creative, imaginative, intuitive, psychic healing week here. The Ace of Water is like the Ace of Cups. Okay, aces are about new beginnings. Now, we had our new moon in Pisces last week, but we're still in the waxing phase of the moon there. So here again, this is suggesting new beginnings on an emotional level. It says at the bottom, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, and a new home. So again, it's, mentioning relationships here. This could be you connecting with a new potential partner, or it could be, again, resolving old conflicts with a current partner or friend or family member and being able to start over, start new, start fresh, again, have that clean slate, not hold on to anything. And also that spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. Well, we're definitely in the time of spiritual growth with the Pisces energy. This is the season for that. And as we've mentioned all along, our psychic and healing and intuitive and empathic abilities, our creative abilities, our artistic abilities, all of those are being increased right now with this Pisces energy. So it looks like, all the cup cards are positive. So it looks like we're on the right track. It looks like we definitely have a theme of healing some relationship matters. But remember, we can also be healing ourselves. And the Two of Cups can be about the duality of our masculine and feminine within ourselves. And so we're healing and bringing that into balance as well. So listen to messages from your angels and guides, your higher soul self. Listen to messages from other people, friends, family, loved ones. Make sure that communication is loving and sensitive, that you're offering forgiveness, having compassion. And again, let's start over. Let's have a new beginning in the emotional realm. Okay, let's take a look at the special message card depending on your stone of choice. So that first stone of choice was the abalone shell. Let's see what the fairies have to say for the abalone shell people. Special message for abalone shell. I opened my eyes quickly, but didn't see anything popping out, so I'm going to shuffle just another time or two here. Okay, so this one's calling my attention for abalone shell people. It says winter. That's funny, because when I picked up this deck and I was kind of just shuffling it, I saw this card on the bottom, for whatever that means, but it says winter. It says the answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. Well, technically we're still in the winter month here in the Northern Hemisphere until next week, March 20th, the end of next week, March 20th, but this probably very well means next winter. Whatever it is you're hoping for, dreaming for, longing for, working towards, it's saying that the answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realized in the winter months. So we're looking at next December, January, February. So December 2022, January, February 2023, there's going to be some sort of answer to your prayer here. We've got the beautiful fairy here, a winter fairy, a snow fairy with her beautiful white unicorn, which is a symbol of hope and peace and balance. And I don't know what else the unicorn stands for. I remember having a unicorn dream long time ago. So I definitely like unicorns. But I think they're all about a message of hope. And I'm sure some of you out there will comment and tell me what else the unicorn is about. But know that something good's coming for you. Something good's happening in about a year's time, just under maybe a year's time. There's some blessing that's coming regarding something that you're hoping for, wishing for, or dreaming for. Okay, so have patience. And then for those of you that chose the Aqua Aura pendant. Aqua Aura pendant. Okay, this one's calling my attention here. It says, ask for what you want. And it says, let the universe and other people know what you need. So, the first thing I think of right away is because we had such a theme of communicating and resolving old conflicts and things with other people in our lives that we care about. I feel like asking for what you want means really stating your truth in communication with family, friends, and loved ones, romantic partners, significant others, children even. We've got a little child fairy here. So, I know that with children, sometimes they have their own minds, right? Hopefully the older they are, the more they'll kind of listen and take, your advice under advisement. But if you don't speak your truth, how does the other person know what you really want or what you really need, for that matter? So going back to these relationships, I feel like we just need to really be authentic and be truthful and tell people how we're feeling, tell people what we need from them or from the relationship or in the relationship. And, this has a very springy kind of feel to it. This fairy is kind of in a field of flowers. And so it kind of feels like April, May, right? Even though March 20th is the spring equinox, the flowers aren't in bloom yet. So I want to say April and May, that if you're asking for what you want, if you're speaking your truth and telling the other person what it is that your needs are, in the relationship, for instance. And this could be with a boss or a coworker too, right? It doesn't have to be a family, friend, or significant other, but this can be in your work arena too. But if you ask for what you want, if you speak your truth and do it in a loving, balanced way, because we're in Pisces season, then by April, May, when the flowers are in bloom, you could really receive what it is you're asking for. Something could be manifesting. And in interpersonal relationships, it might take that couple of months, right, for the other person to adjust and to shift. And maybe you need to shift as well. And so within that couple of months of you asking for what it is that you need or want, things kind of look like you'll be able to get that from your friend, from your loved one, from your coworker, from whoever it is. Plus, maybe that's the initiation for you to start speaking your truth more and being more honest. All right, let's take a look at the special message for the selenite people. Special message for selenite people. Special message for selenite people. This one's calling my attention here. Wow, your wish is granted. Well, isn't that lovely? Your wish is granted. So I just had a flash of some of you deciding that you wanted, to look at, and maybe sometimes you do this for all my videos, but looking at all three messages. Well, I can't pick each stone, or I like all the stones, and I want to claim all the messages. And, if that's really how you want to do it, that's totally fine. Try to pick one stone over the other as far as a main message. But I just got a flash that some of you were saying that you were picking all three messages. And so it was like the answer to your prayers is starting to come in the winter, December, January, February, in about a year. And then maybe the springtime here. I mean, I still think the springtime is this spring for most of us who chose just this card. But if you're choosing all of them, then we're talking about the spring after that winter, after that next winter. And then we're ending with your wishes granted. Ta-da! And it says, what you've asked for is coming true. Now, hopefully you zoned in on one stone over all the others, and you have one particular message that, you can kind of focus on, which is really how this is meant to go, but we're not going to fault anybody for wanting 2 or 3 messages, right? Your wish is granted. So this fairy is taking her intentions and blowing out that intention to the universe. So I want to say you could either do that right now because we're still in the waxing phase of that new moon in Pisces from last week, or you could do it on the spring equinox when the sun moves into Aries, or wait until the new moon in Aries, which is after the sun moving into Aries. And like I said, maybe you want to do it now, and maybe you want to do it again later, which is fine, or maybe you have different intentions. But visualize and hold in your mind what it is that you desire, and kind of, go through the actions of blowing it. You could visualize that there's little sparkles of light in your hand like this fairy, and then blowing that intention out to the universe. And then saying, thank you, universe, for granting my wish. Thank you, universe, for bringing me what I desire. Because that's really what this is saying. Your wish is coming true. So we've got really great cards. We've got really great special messages. And I hope everybody's enjoyed this weekly intuitive reading. Thank you so much for your love and your support and your wonderful comments and checking out my website, my Facebook, Instagram. What else do I have? Pinterest. And thank you for those of you that have been, ordering some of the special intention pendants. And thank you for those of you that are continuing to get my services, my healing or soul guidance sessions or intuitive readings, etc. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I send you all lots of love and light, compassion and healing during the rest of this Pisces season. Blessings, everyone.